Hey y'all, I want to talk to y'all about this little situation and how to deal with people that want conflict. They determined to have conflict, and especially if you rooted in your practice and you to heal, you'll know how to deal with those people a lot better. So my cousin, she was really wanting to heal a lot of her trauma, a lot of that generation trauma that we had going on. And she knew I had, this great program. Everybody had saw how much I had healed, and they were just like, "Wow, like you don't even deal with people the same way." I said, "Y'all don't, cause y'all know any other time I'd have ate your ass up." You know what I'm saying? I was up when I was, you know, and I was out there when I was crazy and wasn't healed. You could definitely see it. It all hung out. It all hung out. But when I started healing myself, my approach to people and situations became so much different. It would trip people out. They'd be like, "What the hell?" They'd be like, "What the hell?" That they'd never seen that side of me. And when I started healing, I was dealing with conflict in a whole different way. When you heal yourself, and you know how to deal with yourself, it helps you be able to deal with other people. And so my cousin, she said, "I really want to heal. I got this going on. I got jealousy. I got insecurity." She named everything out. And so I told her to work my program, go over that stuff and start journaling every day. I mean, I gave her, a variety of work, exercises to do and to keep that up. And if it was anything too heavy, call me and we'll talk it through. And so she did. She made a lot of progress. She made a lot of progress, but she got triggered because of her abandonment room. She got triggered. Some stuff was going on with her and her daughter. And she just, again, grabbed those wounds. I mean, she was acting, honey, she was acting an ass. I'm telling you, she was just acting an ass. And her daughter called me. And she said, "Penny, I really need you to come over here." She talked to me and she was telling me everything. And I can really, see her spirit when she was talking to me. It's sweet, sweet baby. And she was telling me what was going on with her mom. She said, "Can you please come over here and talk to her?" Because she didn't call me. She didn't call me. She was giving the door to hell. I said, "Yeah, baby, I'll come over there." So I went over there and I started talking to her. And honey, she started going off. It would have triggered me had I not been healed. But I said a lot has happened to her. So she's sitting up here acting out these wounds. And I had to explain it to the daughter, too. I said, she's sitting up here acting out these wounds. And I told her, I said, "This is what this is, baby. This is abandonment. And now you want to throw a tantrum and not let go. But this is your abandonment. It has nothing to do with your daughter. You shouldn't even put her through that. You raised her right. You put the right things in her. And now watch her fly. Don't hold her back like that. Don't do that, baby." And she got mad again. "No, it's not that. If they don't want to be with me, if I just do this and I just do that." I said, "Girl, we talked about that. We got this trauma in our family like that. You know what you've been through." It's not that, because again, it's hard for people to come out denial when they want to keep on to their wounds, but it's hard for them to see it because they're so used to their wounds. They're so used to these behaviors to help them survive and cope with things, which some of it is not healthy. And so me and her went back and forth, and I felt myself losing some of my patience. And the spirit said, "Go ahead and leave her be. She heard what you said. She heard what you said. Now let us deal with her. Let us deal." But when I was leaving, I was so damn mad at her. I said, "This girl," Spirit said, "don't say nothing to her. You already didn't uh, tried to shift what she had going on. She wants to feel like this, but give her some time. She'll be calling you, letting you know she made the shift." I said, "Okay." I think 2 days passed and she called me back and she made the shift. You know, if she made that shift, she said, "I'm so glad you came over here and talked to me. I'm sorry I was acting like that and blase this and blase that." I said, "I knew what was going on with you. I had did what I was supposed to do. You need to sit in that because you weren't sin. You was acting out that wounds on that baby, and she didn't deserve that. That's how we pass down that trauma to them kids, because we get dealing with our own issues. It's not her fault. You put the right things in her. You just not ready to let go because of your abandonment issues. See, it's a good idea, when you heal, you see the nature of things, especially when you heal yourself. When I see people come up here acting crazy, especially some of these hoodoo practitioners, I be like, oh my God, all your business just hanging in the street like that. you know, Baby, go let get some healing. When I see people, sometimes act the way they act, I be like, what happened to them? What in it? What happened to them? When I see them acting a fool, I say, I don't know why they act like this. Something must have happened to them. I pray for them. I'm gonna keep my mouth off of them, but I'm gonna pray for them because something happened to them. You just start looking at things totally different. You will be less likely to go into conflict because you'll be like, what happened to them?